Hello, it's Mike Campbell, County Judge here in Clay County with a quick update for the weekend on some of the events and activities of this past week. And most of what we've done this past week has been a result of last Friday. A lot of conversation about the event of last Friday when we had the Arrowhead Ranch, the fire that blew across Clay County. Certainly a very scary event for us, but we've learned a lot from it. We did get the map from the Texas A&M Forestry Service to kind of give you an idea of the how broad it was, how big an area it covered, around 6,300 acres. But it could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't a lot worse because we had some great volunteers and folks that came out and assisted with this. Now we did get a better view of the event and the burned area thanks to Jeff Pierce. Jeff is one of our pilots in the area, and he flew up and they took some pictures so we could get a better idea of where the damage was. I know Keith and I drove around Sunday afternoon and took a look at what was going on, and certainly good report that we have not yet heard of any major loss of livestock. Very few on that. Certainly no barns or houses, and certainly we are so grateful for that as well. But we appreciate everybody that pitched in on that and made that work. Now, some of the things we learned: the importance of communications. Billy Carlton and Keith Birch have worked this past week, and they have basically built a communications trailer. It'll be a command center for them, for Keith, as he assists our volunteer fire departments in getting to the right location. Communication is so critical for success. And so they've refined that process a little bit, do some training on how to use that trailer and what have you as in the next few days. Certainly, we hope again we don't ever need it, but if we do, we want to make sure that we have a good one in place. So we're very appreciative to Billy Carlton and Keith for their work on this project too. The other thing that we learned is how important HyperReach is. We had 164 people sign up on Friday for HyperReach. We were using HyperReach to get information out to folks that live in the area if they need to evacuate, sort of what's going on, roads that were closed, that sort of thing. So we've got over 2,600 people have signed up for HyperReach, and hopefully we will continue to grow that. If you'd like to sign up for the HyperReach emergency alert system, go to our website, co.clay.tx.us, and click on the link there, and you'll be able to see how to sign up for this. And if your street is not listed, let me know, and we'll get in touch with TechSport and make sure that it is. One of the new things that we're going to add to HyperReach, no charge by the way, is a product called Ipods. I'm not sure what it stands for, but what it means is it will allow us to, for example, when they closed 287, we'd be able to draw a map around the affected area, people that are coming into this area, and send out an alert to them whether they registered with HyperReach or not. It's kind of like a Amber Alert, and it will let them know that we do in fact have road closures, or there's a tornado up ahead, or fire, as we've seen here. So many things we can use that for. So we're looking forward to working with HyperReach on getting that done as well. The burn ban is in effect. Of course, that is one of those things that we just count on people using good common sense. But we've placed a burn ban in effect to try to assist in preventing what we had happen last Friday from happening again. It'll go for a period of time. We continue to look at it and whether or not to reinitiate that or not. But just be aware of that. Here, some of the things that you can or can't do. Certainly, agricultural burning. If you want to burn brush, there's some prerequisite for that. Brush piles, that sort of thing. Or if you're going to do welding, there's some ruling on that as well. Some well, not recommendations, but requirements that you need to do if you're going to continue to weld, and some other events there as well. That's posted on our webpage. It's under Keith's page. And so take a look at that. And main thing is just use good common sense in use of fire, especially during this time. Some good news, broadband wise, the company Spectrum, as they have told us they would do, they began the process of boring under some roads and starting to pull fiber out into the residences between Henrietta and Petrolia. So we're looking at several hundred miles of fiber that they plan to pull. So this will provide more bandwidth out to folks in our area. and we know how important that is. So that's good news as well. Well, if you're in the market for some bank equipment, so safety deposit boxes, shelving, that sort of thing, we're in the beginning the process of remodeling the Wells Fargo building, former Wells Fargo building. We're going to utilize it for our DPS. We'll move into that area. Our district court, district judge, district attorney, as well as many other things. Hopefully, use it as a community center too. But to get that done, we got to get some of the stuff out of the way, and we've declared it as surplus, and it'll be available to put a bid on. And if you'll send that bid to me, as soon as we're legally able to open those up, we'll see who wins. We don't necessarily, we don't have to sell, but we can if we want to. And I think that's probably the most fair way of doing it. But if you'd like to see the equipment, lay hands on it, give me a call. 940-538-4651, or email me, and we'll set up a time when you can go into the bank and actually look at what we have over there. But we're hoping to move that equipment out so we can get serious about doing the remodel and getting things in shape for that. On another note, we are in the process. This will be placed on the agenda for next week from Monday, the 27th, and we're going into a partnership, a multi-county partnership with Archer, Montague, and Young counties to develop what's known as a SART team, sexual assault response team. It's for adults, and so this is required by law. And so we'll partner with the other counties to help them make it more affordable for us to do that, as well as more effective in doing that as well. This is one of those things that we hope you never have to use, but we're going to have one in place so that we can investigate and provide justice for those involved in that. Sadly, it does occur. So that is our report for this weekend. Once again, thank you for allowing me to serve you in Clay County.